Everyone, my name is Miss Acevedo and I'm here for another read aloud. But before I start the read aloud, I want to give a shout out to Roman, who helped Miss Acevedo carve her first pumpkin ever. We communicated through Zoom. They did their pumpkin carving over there and helped Miss Acevedo do her first pumpkin carving ever. The second graders voted for the design that I should attempt to use for this pumpkin carving, and that's what came out of it. So we're super excited about this amazing project. But without further ado, I want to introduce you to the book that we are going to listen to today. This one is called SUPERDOG The Heart of a Hero by Caralyn Buehner and illustrated by Buehner. This is a story about a little tiny dog named Dex. Oh, Dex. They made fun of him, the other dogs. Oh no, because he was so little. Let's find out what happens. Dexter was a little dog. His legs were little, his tail was little, his body was little. He looked like a plump sausage sitting on 4 little meatballs. Being the size that he was, Dex was often overlooked. The other dogs grew tired of waiting for Dex to catch up when they played chase, and after a while they forgot to invite him at all. No one really seemed to notice him except when Clevis, the tomcat, demonstrated how he could stand right over Dex and not even ruffle his fur. So look at what is happening between Dexter and the other animals. They're laughing because he's so small. The cat is right over him. Yes, everything about Dex was little except for his dreams. He wanted to be a hero. He could just see it. The mighty Dex flew up into the dark and starry night. But wanting and being are 2 different things. Dex lived on dreams until one day, after crawling out from under Clevis yet again, he decided there had to be more to life than gazing at the underside of a cat. There had to be more to him. If he could be a hero, he would. So Dex started training. He read every superhero comic book that he could find. He watched every superhero movie ever made. He went to the library. Furiously, he studied, knowing everything depended on him. Dex figured that a hero must have strong muscles. He needed to exercise, and he needed lots of it. Dex started trotting to the corner and back every morning. He hopped over every crack in the sidewalk. He struggled to climb the garbage pile up and down and over again, then up and over and down again. And all day long he worked, day after day, even at bedtime when he wanted to flop on the rug with his tongue hanging out. Dex forced himself to circle 5 extra times. The mighty Dex pressed on through wind and rain and storm and fatigue. When it got easier to run to the corner and back, Dex did it again and then again. Then he dragged a sock filled with sand and he ran, then 2 socks. When Clevis was bored and stood in the middle of the sidewalk to block his way, Dex dropped to the ground and slid right under him. He was too busy to be bothered by Clevis. Dex was tired. He was sore. He was working so hard that he almost forgot what he was working for. But one night, as he dragged himself to bed after his last set of push-ups, Dex stopped in front of the mirror and he flexed. He could feel them. Ooh, his muscles. He could see them. Muscles. Look at his little tiny muscles. Faster than a rolling ball, stronger than the toughest rawhide, able to leap tall fences in a single bound. Now Dex didn't take the stairs. He skimmed them. He leaned over hydrants. He vaulted up curbs. He could jump over the garbage mountain without touching the top. He could run like the wind. He felt as if his legs had springs. He was feeling stronger, faster, more capable. Only one thing was missing. Finally, a small brown package arrived. Dex ripped it open. His hero suit. It was red with a shiny green cape and it fit like a glove. Dex loved the way it felt. He loved the way it looked, and he loved the way he was feeling when he had all of it on. He was ready. What are you wondering? When Dex went out in his suit for the very first time, he looked up the street, he looked down the street, and he noticed a young pup trying to cross the street. Dex sprang to action. "May I help you?" he asked. He guided the white-eyed pup across the street and grinned as the pup stared up at him with his mouth hanging open. And the pup whispered, "Wow, it's SUPERDOG." SUPERDOG. Ha! Dex liked the sound of that. Whoa, what a cool name that is. But of course, when Clevis saw Dex, he just had to make a comment. "Hey! Hey, Dex, where's the party?" And when he saw him a few days later, Clevis called out, "Look, everybody, it must be Halloween. Anybody got a treat for Dex?" Dex was so busy that he was able to ignore Clevis for the most part. The only time his face even got red was when Clevis yelled, "Where did you get the dress up?" Dex had to wonder if Clevis saw anything but the suit. Didn't he understand that the suit was just a way to let people know that he was there to help? There was a mouse that he saved from the sewer, and he saved a purse snatcher. He tackled the dog that was snatching the purse. He fixed his neighbor's sprinkler. He found a lost kitten. He pulled a rat away from a live wire. He tracked down a lost wallet. He put out a trash fire and organized a neighborhood cleanup. It seemed that now, wherever anyone needed help, they turned to Dex, and Dex had never been happier. Late one evening, there was a banging at the door. When Dex answered, it seemed as if the whole neighborhood was yipping and yowling in a panic. "It's Clevis! It's Clevis!" they shouted. "He's stuck in a tree! Hurry, Dex! Hurry!" Dex raised his eyebrows. It was not like Clevis to move enough to get into any trouble. In a flash, she was dressed and ready. It was clearly a desperate situation. As he got closer, Dex could see Clevis. He had been chasing a squirrel to the top of the tree, but he had slipped and was hanging by one claw from a slender branch. He was yowling for all that he was worth. "Oh, no!" There's Clevis right there. "I'm slipping! Meow!" Clevis screeched, "Help me!" Dex looked desperately around for something to climb on. There were no boxes or ladders, not even a trash can. Then Dex looked at the crowd. "Quick, everybody!" Dex shouted. "I've got an idea!" Dex leaped onto the end of the teeter-trotter facing the tree, pushing it into the ground. "Everybody on the other end! 1, 2, 3!" All the animals jumped together on the other end of the teeter-trotter. Catapulting Dex into the air, he soared over the crowd, his ears and cape streaming out behind him. The mighty Dex flew up into the dark and starry night. Look at that. So all the animals got here, and they went down at the same time, and that made this dog, Dexter, go up into the air. He catapulted. Dex scrambled onto the branch next to Clevis. Quickly, he pulled off the cape and tied its 4 corners into the screeching cat. "Jump!" Dex shouted. "Jump, Clevis!" With an ear-piercing shriek, Clevis let go. The billowing cape caught the air and parachuted the big cat onto the ground. Dex backed up and slid to the ground amidst the cheers of the crowd. So he created a parachute out of his cape to save the cat. Dex was bruised and tired, but he forgot his discomfort as Clevis sheepishly lumbered over, still tangled in the green cape. "Thanks, Dex. You really are a hero." Dex didn't think he could feel any better, but he did, just a little. The next day, when Clevis sidled up next to him and whispered, "Say, Dex, could I be your partner?" Dex looked at the big cat up and down. It would take a lot of work to turn Clevis into a hero, but he could hardly wait. "Sure," said Dex with a grin. "Sure. With twice the brains and triple the brawn, our heroes forge on, ever ready to lend a helping paw." And so now they're going to be a duo. It's going to be Clevis the Tomcat and Dex the Superdog, Heart of a Hero. I hope you enjoyed the story. Have a great weekend. Bye.